30 seconds. That's all it took. In that time, a state-of-the-art Dreamliner fell from the sky. On June 12, 2025, Air India flight AI-171 was supposed to carry 242 people from Ahmedabad to London. The Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner was considered among the safest in the world, but it never even reached cruising altitude. Just moments after takeoff, it dropped from the sky, crashing into a residential neighborhood and killing nearly everyone on board. Everyone except for one. This is the untold story of what happened and how one man survived it all. The skies above Ahmedabad were clear that afternoon. Inside the airport, everything appeared normal. Passengers boarded flight AI-171 with no idea that they were stepping into history. Among them were families returning from vacation, business travelers, and students flying back to university. One of them was Vishwas Kumar Ramesh, flying with his brother Ajay. They were just two of many lives about to be changed forever. On the flight deck were Captain Sumit Sabharwal and First Officer Clive Kunder, both experienced pilots. At 1:38 p.m., the plane was cleared for takeoff. The engines roared and the Dreamliner soared into the air. For a few seconds, it was a perfect takeoff. But perfection didn't last. The aircraft failed to gain altitude. According to flight data, it only reached 625 feet. Then came the chilling Mayday, loss of power and thrust, unable to lift. Onlookers from the ground captured the horrific sight. An airliner appearing to stall midair, nose tilted upward, engines barely making a sound. Inside the cabin, passengers would have felt confusion, then panic. 30 seconds after leaving the runway, the plane crashed into Magani Nagar, just outside the airport, exploding into flames. A massive fireball engulfed the area, destroying buildings and triggering chaos. The city was stunned. In less than a minute, 242 lives were at risk, and the nightmare had just begun. The crash site was pure devastation. The Dreamliner had hit the hostel block of the BJ Medical College, instantly igniting a chain of explosions. The fuel tanks, meant for the long flight to London, had turned the neighborhood into a blazing inferno. Black smoke poured into the sky as sirens wailed and emergency teams rushed to the scene. For many, it was already too late. Fires raged through the debris. Families screamed from balconies. And yet, in the middle of this hellish landscape, something unimaginable happened. A single figure emerged from the wreckage, dazed, limping, covered in soot and blood. It was Vishwas Kumar Ramesh. He had been seated in 11A next to an emergency exit. He was confused and shaken, but alive. Paramedics rushed him to the hospital, where he recounted what little he remembered. 30 seconds after takeoff, there was a loud noise, and then the plane crashed. It all happened so quickly. He had blacked out and awakened, surrounded by twisted metal and death. "When I got up, there were bodies all around me," he said. "I stood up and ran. Someone pulled me into an ambulance." Vishwas had survived by pure chance. Investigators later said that his seat location, proximity to the exit, and the way he was thrown between two buildings onto a soft pile of dirt all contributed to the miracle. But while he lived, his brother Ajay had not. Just days later, Vishwas was seen, bandaged and limping, carrying his brother's coffin. The photo of him in grief went viral, a haunting reminder of the real people behind the statistics. The crash didn't just take lives in the sky. On the ground, the destruction was catastrophic. The medical hostel lost dozens of residents, at least 29 confirmed dead, many of them students. Families were torn apart in an instant. People across India and the world watched in disbelief, desperate for answers. As rescue crews cleared the wreckage, a terrifying question arose. How could this happen? A modern, well-maintained Dreamliner crashed just 30 seconds after takeoff. The investigation into Flight AI-171 began immediately. India's Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau took charge, supported by US NTSB and Boeing engineers. Their first task, recover the aircraft's black boxes. After days, they found them, one on a rooftop, the other in wreckage. The black boxes held the key to unlocking the mystery. Shocking revelations awaited. The aircraft's flaps and engines had passed all checks. Nothing looked out of place. Then came a disturbing clue: deployment of the ram air turbine, suggesting total engine failure. Pilots' Mayday call reported a complete loss of thrust, pointing to both engines failing simultaneously. Theories began flooding in about the causes of the crash. Could it have been contaminated fuel or a freak mechanical flaw? Some speculated if sabotage or hacking was involved. Yet, none of these theories could be confirmed at that moment. Experts warned that final answers could take months, even years. Meanwhile, regulators grounded Dreamliners for safety checks. Airlines tested fuel supplies, and engineers ran simulations as tension filled the air. Everyone was on edge. This was the Boeing 787's first fatal crash in over a decade of service, leading to deep concern in aviation communities. As days turned into weeks, grieving families awaited news. Tributes poured in from around the world. Stories of the lost began to emerge, each life representing a universe suddenly gone dark. Their families mourned. The story of Air India Flight AI-171 is one of unimaginable loss, but also of rare survival. It resonates deeply. Their story continues to echo in investigations and the hearts of loved ones. Eventually, the truth will reveal itself.